First, visually, I wanted to have something where you could see the image from far away, but you couldn't necessarily read the text. So when you get up close to the painting, you're like, okay, wow, it says before the limelight stole you. And if you have any relationship to Kanye West, you know the song Blood on the Leaves and where it comes from. But then I just want to play with like how slavery has become pop culture. Like you see it so much, you know, it's like, it's everywhere. It's in every documentary. When we talk about black history or whatever, that's the first kind of starting point. And it's not necessarily just for me. And I think like when things become like desensitized, it's like it's so much in the public, like it loses this importance. And so I think kids don't understand how important, they can't feel the pain. They have no connection to slavery at all. So I just want to kind of talk about that point, like how, because it's so over sensationalized and it's everywhere, that if you're not really into that research of knowing about slavery, it's not going to affect you the same way. Like you have to really get deep into it. A book is not going to take you there. You have to read narratives and understand the complication of slavery. It's not black and white. Urban kids that come here and feeling like they're seeing themselves, they're understanding the work, you know, like they recognize the text and they have to think about like what an image like Anaconda and think about Sarah Bartman in the scene and comparing that to Nicki Minaj. And so I think it makes them think about these images they see on TV and like how they relate to history. And that's all I want them to think about. Like these things happen. These things are a cycle and they happen all the time, whether it's 20 years or 40 or 100 years. But you know, this music has consequences, and like these images they put out, they have consequences on the culture now. And I don't know if people realize that, but like music is taking, to me, a drastic shift from when I loved hip hop. And so I want to speak about that. I don't want to judge it, but I want to have a academic, real talk about like, hey, this is what happened in hip hop, and these are the people that are causing these things to happen. And they don't know it. Like I don't know if Nicki Minaj is even aware of like Sarah Bartman or the history of like, you know, of hip hop, you know. And that's a part of what I talk about too, how history is just not being discussed on any level, as far as music history, art history. People are doing things and think they brand new. They think that was like the first thing under the sun, and it just wasn't.